All right, Shalom, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodash, Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, meaning He exists, Yahweh Shai, the name of the Son, the Messiah, the Mashiach, meaning He delivers, or He is salvation, right? Whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, the world ignorantly calls the Most High God. Their names are Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Okay. I want to give all glory, honor, and praise. Salaki. I want to give double honors to the men of great millstone who teach and rule well, taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there pushing this truth in the four corners of the earth with all sincerity. The four corners meaning the north, south, east, west of the earth, pushing this truth in all sincerity, with all diligence. Shalom to you, brothers. Lord willing, we be at that number. Right now, I had somebody send me a text about Paul Mooney, and apparently he had passed, because it was kind of random text. I was like, why would you send me? So I'm thinking, well, he probably got took up. And hey, Paul Mooney, he had a very feminine spirit on him, but he was speaking a lot of truth. He was going hard in the paint as far as the whole, the races and all of that stuff. But still, he participated in this whole Hollywood thing, man. And Hollywood is a Babylonian temple. It's a Babylonian church. You deal with Hollywood and you sign those contracts, and you're signing into and being sworn into. You're taking an oath to a Babylonian church. And we'll get that more likely in the post-production. Just for time's sake, I'm going to just keep flowing in the spirit. And so when these guys, when judgment comes upon them, and they're taken up to the spirit world, or as in this world we call it death when you die. It's warranted, because all these people we're talking, Paul Mooney, Richard Pryor, Prince, Michael Jackson, all these people that participate in Hollywood. And I was just listening to a song called "Loyalty" by Kendrick Lamar. Loyalty, it's a secret. One of the verses says something to the effect of, "It's a secret society. Oh yes, it's shrouded." Basically loyalty. This is what they swear into, man. This is what they swear into. And so they basically, the scriptures speak on how the carnal man, he receives his reward on this side. This is what he signed up for. He receives his reward. And so when judgment comes, death, pain, sickness, and the scriptures speak on how sin is sickness basically is an individual who has broken a lot, and I'm talking about Israelites who has sinned a lot. It's just the roosters coming home to roost, man. The chickens coming home to roost. You sin a lot, and all of a sudden, now you're going to get your judgment, man. All that sickness, it comes to you, man. All right? So, and like I say, I'm not in a position to really grabbing these scriptures right now, so Salakia. But, I'm just flowing in the spirit. And so, hey, who's in charge of these Babylonian churches and all these just the church, the quote church, Christian church, in particular. These are all witch houses of death, houses of witchcraft, man. You can turn on the TV and you see it, man. They got women preaching. They're normally all in black. They got painted ass face with shadow makeup on, and like deep thick makeup. How can you call yourself righteous? You got all of this paint and makeup. You're hiding yourself, man. Tricks. You're using tricks to make yourself look beautiful, because really, when you snatch all that off of you, you really look like a pile of shit, man. You look like a California raisin, man. You're shriveled up and you're dead, man. Hey, they do sacrifices to try to stay beautiful. They sacrifice children to try to stay beautiful. But anyway, so when the judgment comes, especially for these Israelites and the Babylonian Church and the people that are juiced in, the people that have taken these oaths, don't need you anymore, then they're justified. They have a whole list of what you've done. Your iniquity has stacked up to the heavens. And they're justified in killing you, man. They already know what to do. And then all of a sudden, it's just it was an overdose. Or it was a freak accident. Or whatever. These churches, they got their own little wicked sorcerer. They got their own wicked, they got their own priests, but in wickedness, okay? So they know when they can go ahead and make their sacrifice and, do away with somebody who might be bucking. And, hey, you look at Paul Mooney, man, he was putting a lot of truth out there, really. It was on the platform of comedy, but it was very truthful. And you best believe those Edomites were not down for it, man. The Edomites are the so-called white man and white race, so-called white race. They weren't. They want to keep everything hush hush. They want to keep everybody asleep. Namely, the Israelites. They want to keep the Israelites asleep. So you push stuff out there, the Israelites laugh at it, but they laugh because in their spirit they know it's right. They know it's the truth. But they don't have the balls to come out and fight against it. Now, our weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're spiritual, pulling down the strongholds. And so, anyway, yeah. So when judgment comes, man, it's not like there's no sympathy. They had their time. They lived it up in Hollywood and, drugs and the limelight and all of that stuff. And then all these things start coming back to them. And they try to justify it. They try to get back right by trying to push out the truth. But, they're pretty much sealed. And so judgment comes upon them. And they're taken up to the spirit world, man. Because they made that covenant with the devil, Satan, which is the physical partner of the spiritual demon Satan are the Edomites, the so-called white race. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rach Akwadash. Shalom.